a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson. They will lie with the tweets.
This morning I woke up to a few emails that really irritated me. Like, I was livid when I read these emails. So basically, I've been going back and forth with a couple of brands, and you know, we're talking about what we can do together, how much it will cost, etc., as we do as influencers or people with small businesses. And for this particular brand, they wanted to work with me as an influencer, and they wanted to get an interview on the podcast, Lessons with Lion. So cool, we've been going back and forth for a while, and then today they sent me an email saying, "Hi Lebu, blah 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 blah, we won't be able to pay, but we would love to exchange energies." And I thought to myself, oh my god, what does that even mean? Exchange energies. Last I checked, I can't pay for my electricity with energy. I can't pay for my car with energy. Can't pay for the rent for the office with energy. I can't pay for my house with energy. Like, there's nothing that I can think of right now that I can pay for with energy. I mean, I don't even understand what that means. Like, what a swear word! It's a swear word, guys. It's a swear word. So I just got frustrated. I haven't responded to the email yet, but I was very frustrated because it's not the first time I've received communication like this from brands that do have money to pay, who do approach me and still expect me to do something for free. And then I asked myself, but if you're approaching me, you're seeing my worth. And if you're seeing my worth, how can you approach me and not think that I would ask you to pay for the worth that you see or for the work that you want me to do? And it just got me thinking about all the other influencers and small business owners who are really struggling to get brands to pay them. And brands know their power. They know that you want to get credibility, so you want to be able to have a long list of clients saying, well, I worked with this big brand and this big brand, this big brand. So they use that to manipulate you to get them to do things for free. You know what I mean? They use that to manipulate you so that they can get things for free from you. And I wanted to make this video just to tell people and to show people that you really don't need to pander to their manipulation, because it's not business, it's manipulation. You know what I mean? In business, you exchange things. There has to be some kind of an exchange. And if you're not exchanging money, there has to be something else. But that something else still has to help you further your goals in one way or another. So if your partnership with this brand is enough for you to not need money from them, then great. If you don't need money from the brand and all you need is the association with their name, then go ahead, work for free. But for most of us, we do need that money because we can't afford to give services for free. Literally, that means you're always working in the minus. You're always at a loss, and that doesn't make any sense. And I even thought about the fact that as an influencer, you don't have the security that most people have with traditional jobs. So you don't get pension, you don't get medical aid. You literally have to save money and put that money where you need it for the future. You have to save money and invest that money. And most of the time, it's smaller than the money that most people would get in corporate. Unless you're one of the lucky few who's got a really nice, repertoire with brands now, and they trust you and they're willing to pay you for every single little thing that you do. But even then, you still have to save. You still have to put money away for rainy days. You still have to put money away for your future. And so it's very important that influencers get paid. Yes, the industry hasn't been formalized, but it's very important for us to get paid. I need you guys to understand that wanting to get paid doesn't make you a bad person, that wanting to get paid doesn't make you greedy, and that you don't have to prove anything to anybody to get paid. If somebody's approaching you, they've already seen your value, they already see your IP, your intellectual property. So you don't have to do any more to convince them to pay you. But a lot of people know that the game is really tough and that a lot of people are afraid to talk about money. So my biggest tip that you can get from this video is, if you are an influencer or someone who's independent, a freelancer, small business, don't be afraid to talk about money. Demand your worth, demand your value at every single point. When they can see that you're smart about it, when they can see that you are not afraid to talk money, which they are, then they start to take you seriously because they know every time they mention this thing, you're going to put a money amount. Every time they mention this thing, you're going to put a money amount. I know traditionally we've been taught when we were growing up that, you must do things with a passion and talking about money is so blasé. But guys, people who talk about money get paid. Should I repeat that?
People who talk about money.
So you need to talk about that money, sis. You need to talk about that money, my guy. Talk about the money. Always bring the money forward. There are strategic ways to do this, and I'll probably do a Twitter thread about this, but you need to talk about the money. Remember, your IP is invaluable because you're the only person who can offer that thing. You're the only you that exists in the world. So while there may be a million, billion influencers, there's only one you. And if a brand is approaching you, that means that they've seen that there's only one you. And you must make them pay for that because that's one thing that they can never have on their page, another you. They can have other influencers, but they can't have another you. And they can't have a you who do what you do because you're the only person who can do what you do. So I really believe that if influencers banded together and created their own code of conduct and code of finance, that brands will start to take us more seriously and always approach us with money. And I think that because they can see that some people are more desperate than others, they're willing to exploit that to achieve their objectives and get lots of things for free, which doesn't make any sense for the influencers and for the industry at large. I mean, we can't all have corporate jobs. We can't all have traditional jobs. And every single industry needs to be fed. The people in it need to be fed. If they're doing the work, they should get paid. Before anything, the biggest remuneration or the most important remuneration is getting paid. Yes, after getting paid, you can start to focus on things like the reputation, the association. And some people will say that's more important than the money, but it really depends because it's not like that for every single situation. Every single situation is different, and so every single situation should be treated differently. And I know I've done that. There have been big brands that have big budgets and I've charged them really little because I knew that my association with them was bigger than the paycheck. But I also knew that by associating with them, I'd be able to start a conversation where I can get a bigger paycheck. So don't just do something because someone has a big name if you don't know that you could get something from them in the future that also involves getting money. Guys, we build businesses with money. You buy your phone with money and your laptop with money. You take the car train with money. You pay for everything in life. So you should get paid for what you offer so that you can pay for the things that you need to achieve your goals. Don't be afraid to talk about money. No matter what, even if you don't know, talk about money. Put a value to that thing. And once people pay you, they start to respect you. Because now you're inconveniencing them. Now they can feel it in their pocket. Now they can feel that actually they're working with someone and this person is giving them their energy because they're giving you back something. And once someone has to do something to get you, then they respect you much more, then they value you much more. And they don't waste your time because that they know that their time is also being wasted. I'm tired of having conversations about influencers not getting paid. I'm tired of emails where brands say, yeah, we'd really like you, but we can't afford to pay for you, so let's do an exchange. No, 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 no. Approach us with money, dear brands, because you pay for our bills with money. And please don't swear at us by trying to tell us that exposure will do something for us, because